So the scene starts off in the deserts of Tatooine, and we see a mysterious nigga with a robe on just standing there.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
But the camera pans to the front and we see who this nigga is, Darth Maul. So he walks to his space whip, turns on his radio, and drives off. So then we cut to Anakin and Qui-Gon running to their spaceship, and behind them we see Darth Maul closing in. And Qui-Gon senses this and tells Anakin to duck. And Darth Maul was really on timing, cause he ain't even know Anakin was the chosen one or anything. He was just finna run over a random kid for no reason. And Anakin just got his freedom from being a slave too. This would have been the worst way to go out. So Maul hops off his speeder and gets to work immediately. Qui-Gon tells Anakin to run to the ship as he continues to fight Maul. The ship takes off towards them to help. And then Maul hits a backflip for no reason. And I know Anakin was watching this like,
that's a great idea. I'm with that.
Cause in a couple movies later, he tries the same thing, but we all know how that turns out. So they pick up Qui-Gon and they head out. And not gonna lie, if I'm Qui-Gon, I'm kind of upset with how this turned out. Cause in my opinion, Obi-Wan should have pulled up, hopped out the ship, and they could have got the jump in his ass. Or really, just run his ass over with the ship. Either one would have worked. So the next time we see Maul is in this corridor. And just like any professional aura farmer, he is waiting behind a closed door for who knows how long, his head down, and he got his hood on, just waiting for his moment to come out.
Boy, if you don't get
this nigga Maul might be giving Piccolo a run for his money with this aura farming shit. So as the door fully opens, they all just stand there for a second. And if I'm leading this army, we shoot his ass immediately.
sweet cheese in your snitching ass, twin.
He don't have his lightsaber out and he just standing there? Nah, I would have turned his ass to dust. But sadly, they walk off and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan step up to fight him. So they all take their robes off and this is where the real fight happens. So Maul reveals his lightsaber, but unlike the first time we seen him fight, now this nigga has 2 blades instead of 1. Then Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon pull their lightsabers out and all dick riding aside, Maul is really talented as hell because he's fighting 2 trained Jedi. One of them is a Jedi Master and he's still managing to hold his own because most niggas would have been cut into 20 different pieces by now. So Maul kicks Qui-Gon to the side and decides to change the fighting stage. And as soon as Qui-Gon got up to fight, Maul kicks Obi-Wan to the side. So now they back to tag teaming him and now Maul is looking kind of worried because he starts running back and ends up on a ledge. And this should have been game over for Maul. All it would have took was a force push, a kick, or even one of these. But instead they have a little staring competition for a minute to see who gonna blink first. I got my money on Maul. The way his eyes look, I can tell he hasn't slept or blinked in a long time. He definitely winning. But Obi-Wan ends the staring competition and tries to make Maul flinch. And I don't know what this move is called or if they practiced this ahead of time, but this shit was not effective at all. Like, look at this shit. So they jump to the next platform and get to it. And mid-fight, this nigga Obi-Wan gets kicked again. This the second time he been kicked with the same move, mind you. And not gonna lie, one more kick, we're gonna have to demote him from Jedi to some other occupation. Cause this same kick should not be working on you more than one time. But hey, I heard there's some job openings at the cantina for lead musician. I guess you could try that. Cause this Jedi shit is not for everyone. And after the kick, this nigga is sent flying to the ground. And he hits the ground shoulder first. I know that shit hurt. I don't know what Yoda is feeding these Jedis because any ordinary nigga that falls from this height would have been cooked after that fall. But Qui-Gon can't let Obi-Wan be the only one getting his ass beat, so he decides to Jedi backhand Maul off his feet and off the platform. And the position Maul lands in is crazy. Knees up, feet off the ground, and he laying on his back? Nah, they got my nigga ready to give birth. But Qui-Gon not done with Maul just yet. He jumps down and I thought this nigga was finna end his life. But Maul pulls out Old Faithful and just as I thought he was about to get his head split in, he kicks him off of him. So now it's ISO time and Maul and Qui-Gon are going at it again. Then Obi-Wan finally decides to get up and help, but not after wasting a good couple seconds just staring at the fight. And man, Obi-Wan really isn't putting up the numbers he should be. This is essentially his first rookie game against the Sith Lord and he ain't scored yet. That position at the cantina looking perfect for him right now, I'm not gonna lie. Then he jumps up to join the fight and runs towards him. And if you peep Qui-Gon, he was really doing his thing. He had Maul backing up, but then the plasma door is activated and they had to stop fighting. So Qui-Gon drops to the floor and starts to meditate so he can lock in, and Maul is impatiently waiting, pacing back and forth. And throughout this fight, I could tell Maul just loves fighting for no reason. He the type of nigga to get in a fight, get hit, and then get more excited. Trust me, you never want to fight these type of niggas. They don't care if they win or lose. They just doing it for the love of the game.
up, I swear to God.
So the doors open and Qui-Gon rushes at Maul with some moves I ain't never seen before. Whatever he was praying for a while ago must have worked, because this nigga was moving different. So Obi-Wan is still trapped behind the last door, and Qui-Gon is still in an ISO with Maul. And just as I thought Qui-Gon was getting the upper hand, Maul hits him in the face with his handle and stabs him in the stomach. And this nigga emotes after it and looks Obi-Wan right in the face. I'm telling y'all, Maul was really on time in this movie. So now Obi-Wan is mad as hell. He just got kicked several times, his master died right in front of him, and he's still stuck behind the door. And the whole time Maul is just walking around pissing this nigga off more. But the door is finally open and Obi-Wan starts going crazy. He's dodging, jumping, and blocking all Maul's attacks. And then he hits the pose after? Yeah, that shit clean. And I can't help but think if he was moving like this before, instead of doing this shit, they would have packed this nigga up instantly. But hey, at least he doing it now. And then Obi-Wan breaks his lightsaber in half and kicks him. And peep how we have Maul running for his life. Bro was trying to end him.
Why are you running?
I know Palpatine was watching this disgusted as hell. And as usual, Maul pulls out Old Faithful for the third time, but Obi-Wan wasn't letting that get to him this time. He backflips out of it and then gets back to fighting. And at this point, Obi-Wan is kind of getting the upper hand. And just as he was locking in, Maul force pushes him in a hole. And this nigga Maul really a troll, bruh. First he pushes him in the hole, then he kicks his lightsaber off, and then he starts smiling at him and waving his lightsaber around. But just as I thought my nigga Obi-Wan was cooked, he jumps back onto the platform, grabs Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and cuts this nigga in half. And yeah, that's how Obi-Wan spun the block back for Qui-Gon and packed up Maul. He got done so dirty he had to switch movies and be featured in Insidious. But yeah, man, that's the end. Star Wars is one of my favorite franchises, and it's not too many videos out there like this covering them, so I might start doing this stuff on my channel. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna catch y'all, you know, whenever I upload again.